What's good, y'all? So I've kind of been thinking about something for a while, and I had a lot more triggering way that I planned on talking about this, but we'll save that for a later time. but one of the things I wanted to talk about though was like pushing your ethics onto people is not ethical. We live in this super sensitive time where everyone's saying something, everyone's getting all of their information from social media, the internet, mainstream media. No one's going within to find their truths, and people are so judgmental of people that come to a different conclusion than them. Does that sound like a good summary of where we're at right now? Like, we're at this point that, and I had a very interesting theory. It's like we're at this point where we think that we are right, therefore everyone that doesn't think like us is wrong. And if someone comes to me with opposing opinion, I'm not going to sit down and see, number one, how they came to their conclusion. I'm just going to be like, nope, nope, nope. You're not saying what I want to say. You're not saying what I want to hear. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, my turn to talk. Okay, you're wrong because, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Why'd you waste that person's time? And why are you making yourself look like a dummy? You know? It's like I love hearing opposing opinions because what y'all need to understand is you're allowed to have opposing opinions. People are allowed to express how they came to their conclusions to you, their final conclusions to you. And it's up to you to say, why can't we both be right? Or I think you are right in the way that you got to your conclusion. However, it's not enough for me to change my mind. But I do see where you came from. See, we need a little bit more communications like that instead of just yelling at one another. And this is one of my like interesting thoughts. This might ruffle a few feathers, but I'm being very nice. You know, but spirituality itself, I feel like, has become its own religion for some people. Some people are about it. They just out in the cosmos doing their own thing. And whenever they have to have an earthly life and earthly experience, they just come on back with the most respect and honor and humility while they're walking around this planet. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But I really do see that spirituality has become its religion as it's taken on the negative traits that people that have transitioned from organized religion to just, oh, what about these tarot cards? What about these entities that they're talking about? What about this? And you bring on that judgmental mentality from Christianity, from Catholicism, from any other organized religion. And you bring that into Christianity, which is why I think is a factor, just a factor of why some spiritual people are the most annoying people in the world. Don't get me wrong, I'm a spiritual person, but I do see it. And even when I try to push my parents to get them to think a little bit more outside the box, I find myself pushing my ethics onto them because I care about them. I want them to see this other side, this side that hasn't been given to us since birth. Hey, look, I started off in the church. Hey, I started off doing this. I went to Sunday school. I had to get all dressed up and stuff. And now as an adult, I've stepped out and I'm like, yo, wait, this is amazing. Guys. But at first, especially when you first start learning spiritual things and you start learning about how the cosmos and, blah, blah, you should not be judging people. Once again, when people learn some stuff and they judge people that haven't learned their one thing. People this do spiritual journey babies. I'm a baby too, but at least I can sit upright. Some of y'all still sitting in the cradle. You feel me? But it's like some of y'all learn a couple of new things and y'all think your whole life has to be funneled through that. When I learned numerology, everything went through the numbers. When I learned talking to the ascended masters, everything went to them. So that's where my life was every single time I learned something. But there's going to be a certain point where you learn so much that you can't truly funnel everything through that one thing until you find your thing. Mine is mental magic. Mine is manifestation. Mine is having the proper mindset, emitting the right frequency in the world around you into the cosmos. That's how I do things. And that's how I just know off rip who I need to hang out with. I can feel it. But that's because I've developed my own gifts. You just have to find yours and get in where you fit in. If people are willing to hear your information, then go for it. Share it with them. For example, once again, reading the room. This weekend I went to a crystal shop, right? I upgraded a few. I got this opalite. This thing is beautiful, ain't it? And I got this rose quartz right here. Oh, and right above is the malachite. I put the pink and green together for my mom. Shout out to mom, shout out to AKAs. But it's So I went to the store and like the guy was looking for, I'm not sure if I shared this in another video, but whatever. So I went to the store and the guy was looking for a gift for, I'm assuming his girlfriend or something. So at first I was just minding my own business. I saw him looking. So I said, oh, I can tell you're really new to crystals. Me too. I know a few. I know about the ones I have, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then amongst other ones I use for meditation and stuff. But I was like, hey, you're new. Look around a little bit, play around. So I walked around the store twice, because it's just a habit of me. Whenever I walk into a spiritual store, like a crystal shop or like, tarot cards or incense or, any type of hippy dippy shop like that, I like to just walk around a couple times to see what calls out to me. Okay, that was calling to me, that was calling to me, that was calling to me. But I ain't got $4,000 to spend right now, so we gonna break this down a little bit. So I went back to the rock section and he was still looking. I was like, yo, dog, I've ran laps around this building. You still right here. So then I just overheard the conversation where they were talking about like, you got anything for good luck or, something like that. And like the girl that worked there was trying to recommend him rose quartz, for harmony, that type of stuff. And I was like, hey, yo, try malachite, because I had just learned about it. And it sounded like exactly, because like it was like at the tip of my tongue, which means speak it. That's just me knowing when it's time to speak and when it's just time to let people rock. And then I was like, yo, try the malachite. It's like, that's the one that's right over there. The malachite's good for, good luck, manifestation, that type of stuff. And you can use it in a whole bunch of different ways. He's like, oh, malachite. Okay, well, let's go ahead and check it out. So then like, he asked her, so wait, what were all the things I could do? And she didn't quite know about malachite. So she asked the girl next to her that worked at the store. And then she said exactly what I said. He's like, dang, he said it. You kind of said it. She said it. I'm sold. I felt like I was a part of that person's journey, because then afterwards, like a few minutes later, he was like, hey, bro, thanks for the recommendation. I was like, no, I helped. You see, when it's time to help people, it comes through, especially if you're really in tune, if you're really paying attention to the scene. It's time to speak what you know to people. Sometimes people just ain't ready. It's just that simple. You might be spitting all the wisdom in the world, but if they ain't ready to listen to it, they're not ready for it. This could extend to the spirituality world. This can extend to politics, finances, cars, computer software, whatever. If people aren't ready to listen, don't force feed them. It's just the like lead by example type of thing that I always tell people to go with. Lead by example. If you were just walking around, like I'm walking around like this, you never met me and I'm in a crystal shop and I advise crystals to you, people are going to think maybe I should listen to him. Obviously, I'm still a crystal baby. Like I'm just learning one by one with the ones that look pretty to me. I'm like, oh, that looks nice. I'll get that. What does this one do? That's just how I shop for crystals. That's how I learn more about crystals. I just buy them and learn them after. You see what I'm saying? But all in all, man, it all boils down to treating people the way you want to be treated, right? In whatever field that you're in. If someone was trying to force feed their opinion onto you, you would be annoyed. Let me give you all a little bit of priming, if you will. This is what the mainstream media does. I'm gonna do it in a more productive type of way. Let me prime you, because I might have a triggering video coming out within this week, maybe not. But hey, these are my thoughts. But like in the regards to like, the social justice these days, it's like, the different genders out there, the different orientations, gay, straight, non-binary, I don't care what you are. Do you treat, or how you identify, whatever, man, do you treat me with respect? If I walk up to you and I see like a huge individual that shares traits like me, hey, yo, what's good, my man? Excuse me, I'd like to be identified as, oh, my bad, I didn't know. But you see how easy that I don't want to say confrontation, that conversation went? Hey, bro, I just went with it. You're my bad. You look like me, dog. My bad. You feel me? It's like, instead of you just yelling at me, did you just assume? It's like, bro, yes, I kind of did. Sorry, I guess. But that's neither here nor there. It's like, for me, that could be my ignorance coming through. And that's when I need to sit back and shut up. That's what a lot of people these days need to learn. Your Twitter thumbs need to shut up. Your Instagram thumbs need to shut up. You getting on Instagram Live to go rant about someone in particular. I can't stand Professor MBS. Screw him, because he's talking to me about crystal thinking I don't know nothing about it. Hey, bro. And this didn't happen. I just made that just to put myself in the situation. It's like, yo, bro, I just told you what I knew. I ain't trying to do nothing. Like, why are you so sensitive? When did the world get so sensitive where you can't speak your truth and people can just agree or disagree? Not just, argue whenever we have opposing opinions. I don't know. But anyway, I just want to throw some of that out there, get people thinking a little bit. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. Do you want people to force feed their opinions on you? Then it is what it is. Then don't go out there and do it. Don't talk to people. Don't talk down on people because they don't know that Mercury's in retrograde and Aries is in the falling house of Libras, falling moon sign, rising sun, unicorn fart, transitionary period, higher ascension fairies. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, just because people don't know all that does not mean that there's not something from them that you can learn. But you'll never have this if there's conflict in every conversation that you have with people that don't have your spiritual background or your astrophysics background or your mechanics background or whatever. Y'all see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Till the next one.